Peace and blessings, family. It is yours truly, Amar Mari. I am the founder of El Kebalan Unity Alliance. My queen, Amani Amar, is the co-founder. We focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. We thank everybody so much for your love and support. Those who follow us on YouTube, El Kebalan _Unity _Alliance, on our Instagram page, and also those of you who subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kebalan Unity Alliance. We thank you so much for that. But listen, the most important thing is that you are getting this information that is going to transform your life. For we feel that accurate information and implementation of the accurate information is what will bring transformation in our lives and make us all into a new creation. So we thank you so much once again for your love and support. If you haven't already visited that channel, I definitely encourage you to visit the channel. It's not just my personality speaking there. We have other individuals that are more savvy than myself in the three arenas that I mentioned to you prior. In your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. I believe that in a multitude of counselors that are wise, there is safety. I want to send a good shout out to my good brother Jovian Johnson, the one who continues to support us. I thank you so much, brother, for your support. See, that's the reason why you need people in your corner, because without people, the vision perishes. Okay, and I said this before, and I will say this again, that if you're a speaker without a listener, your business, which to me is a ministry because it's a service, is dead. If you're a musician, same thing. If you're an author and you don't have a reader, business is dead. So without people, like my good brother that I mentioned, I believe no entrepreneur will be where they are today without faithful people like that. So brother, for my queen and I, we love you, brother. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your support, man. You know, you're real, and I appreciate that. So today's topic is going to be, it's about what angle. What's your angle? Okay, we're going to talk about what's your angle. So it's something that came to my mind because I was thinking about how your mindset influences your life. And as I always say, you live the way that you think. So your thought process can cause you to ascend or descend. It's our mindset. And what came to me was when I was sitting down pondering on what to bring to you on today, because I like to bring relevant information that's going to help all of us. Because as I share this information, I myself personally am challenged as well periodically. And what came to my mind, what I seen in my mind was me standing down on the lower level and then me going up to a higher level. And I was thinking about how my view was totally different at a lower level. I couldn't see as much as I could when I went to a higher level. When I was on the first level of the floor, I seen, the area that was in my view. And when I went up to a higher level, my scope became broader. I was able to see more. When I went higher in the facility that I was in at that time. And the view was better. I captured more. It was just more. One of my good friends, David Miller, he's involved in audio visuals. And he was one of my coaches when it came to doing videos. And he told me, he said, Brother Amar, he said, man, he said, the imagery will be better if you change the angle of the camera and you turn it sideways. It does better when you upload the videos, and this just gives you an overall better picture and view. Whenever I forget to do that and I look at the video, it's poor quality. But whenever I shifted the camera the way it should be, I had wonderful imagery to look at. Our mindset influences the way we view life and life situations. We had an issue that occurred at our home, and what had came to my mind was, I was like, wow, I said, this situation seemed like it went wrong, but then that situation ended up working out for our favor. So what we think actually went wrong actually went right. Sometimes we feel like when we have lost a situation, we actually won. Sometimes we see that when certain people exit our life, we feel like, well, I lost him or her. No, you actually won. Because what it did was it made room in your life for the right one. You was with the wrong one. But when the right one left, when the wrong one left, it made room for the right one. It's just like when somebody who is dieting, right? For health purposes, they lost weight. Now, in that situation, was that a loss or was that really a win? So they actually won in that situation, right? Because the weight that they lost was not healthy for them, correct? So there's certain relationships even that are not healthy for us that we must sever ourselves from because it's not healthy for us. And for them to be removed from our lives, it's actually better for us, right? So with that being said, it's all about the angle. What angle are you looking at things? How are you looking at things in your life? It does affect whether or not you win or whether or not you lose in life. It really does affect you. Because for myself, I don't have bad days. I just have some challenging things that occur throughout my good day. And this is what I say. Now what I'm going to do is I'm personally going to shift my angle. Now see, isn't that better? I had to shift my position in order for the imagery to be better. Sometimes we have to shift our mindset in order for our view about ourselves and about life overall to transform. It's all about the way that you look at things. I fully understand that when things happen in my life, it's a lesson for me to learn from that situation. So we have to start asking, what am I supposed to learn from this situation that I'm in? Because there's always a lesson to be learned. It shows us where we're not, where we are, and where we need to be in certain situations. When pressure comes on us, I liken it unto squeezing the orange, okay? Like juicing. That's what comes to my mind, juicing. And with juicing, what's ever inside of that orange peel is what's going to come out. It's going to be orange juice. Okay? You're not going to get pineapple juice from an orange. Okay, so we have to see that things that we go through in our lives is to actually perfect us. It's to make us better. The reason why people get so upset with certain situations, like even when it comes to a family member transitioning, some people get so upset with, the creator, and, why, that they have to leave here. And, understandable, when you love somebody, I got it. I understand. And sometimes what happens is we get upset because we don't what? Understand. We don't comprehend. Okay? So in a lot of situations, we get very frustrated. And a lot of times we worry ourselves into a mental frenzy because we have not taken out the time for us to get a better understanding about things in our life. Listen, you've came out before and you'll come out again. In the end, you'll win. And I know in certain situations it's easier said than done. But it is imperative that you learn this nugget of truth. That your mindset will put you in the position of a champion. And you will begin to win once the angle shifts in your life about how you view certain situations. Listen, I tell people you're not broke. Okay, somebody, I'm broke. Well, the truth of the matter is you're just on a tight budget. You understand? You actually have money. You just can't afford to do certain things yet. But that doesn't mean that you're broke. All because you can't afford to do certain things yet. Because last time I checked, a broke person doesn't have a vehicle to drive, gas in their car, food in their refrigerator, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet. Okay, and I'm talking about presentable, okay, because we do have some homeless people that have some things, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, okay, and they don't have any monies in their pocket, right? So they really are. You understand? But you can still afford to do what you need to do. Okay, you may not be in a position as of yet to do what you want to do. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you are broke. That is a mindset. Okay, there's a mindset. And some people will say that because you're living from paycheck to paycheck, you broke. Okay, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're just, again, on a tight budget. And if you speak that into your lives, then unfortunately what you've done is you have cursed your own self. You've spoken lack into your own life. No, you are blessed. You're not cursed. You understand what I'm saying? You're just in between blessings. All right. It's all about your mindset. Okay. You are somebody, but some people don't see themselves as somebody because society has said that if you don't have a certain amount of money in your account, if you don't live in a certain zip code, if you don't drive a certain car, if you don't have a certain name brand clothing, if you don't have certain friends in your circle, then you're considered to be a nobody. Okay? But see, again, what angle are you looking at yourself at? Are you looking at your eyes through somebody else's spectrum? Or are you looking at yourself through the way the Creator has created you, because you truly are fearfully and wonderfully made? You truly are a gift, all right, from the universe to the world. Yes, you are. Okay, you got to understand that you have been ordained to impact somebody's life in some way. Okay, you have a story to tell. Okay, and I believe This is my view. I feel that everyone that's listening to me is important. Okay? It doesn't matter to me if you are in a low income neighborhood, middle class neighborhood, high first class neighborhood. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, everybody is somebody, even a homeless person that's living under a bridge. Why? Because they're a life that needs to be impacted. They're a life that needs some help. They're a life that somebody else can give life to and help them out of the dead situation that they are in. Because you yourself personally, that person who's homeless, you can give them $5. You know, you just changed their world by just giving them that $5, by you ensuring that they have something to eat so they can live another day because of just those $5 you gave. So you think that minuscule thing in your mind is minuscule to you, right? It's minuscule to you. You see what I'm saying? But you're helping somebody to survive just with that $5, okay? Just with that $5 that you gave that seems so minimum, it helps somebody to get the sustenance that they needed so they can live on another day. The bottle of water that you gave that person to drink gave them the sustenance that they needed so they can be hydrated properly so they can live again another day. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the clothes that you gave that person kept them warm and kept them from the cold climate that they're going to face once they leave your presence, and to help them from having hypothermia and dying. And so by just that one good deed that you did, just that one good deed that you done has helped to transform somebody's life. A smile. Somebody may be going through a hard time. And by your gift of a smile, by an encouraging word, but all because you took out the time to share a little love, that person decided not to take their life and to live another day. And listen, what I'm telling you is real stories. These are real situations that literally happened to me. Tired, man, tired. Had stood duty when I was in the Marine Corps for an extensive period of time, had worked, and I was just tired. Had to deal with my son. My son was a newborn at the time. Okay. Young man called me. True story. Getting ready to take his life. And man, I was tired. I didn't really feel like talking. Frankly. You know? But I took out the time to listen to him speak. And then in the midst of me listening to him, he told me he wanted to take his life. He said he was going through, and he said he really appreciated me taking out the time to talk with him because he was getting ready to take his life. See, again, it depends on what angle you look at something. How are you looking at things? What's your angle? How are you looking at yourself? How are you looking at life? Life sometimes stinks because of the stinking thinking. So why does life stink to you? You understand? And sometimes we think we have it so bad, but you need to understand, and people say this and think it's just a cliche, and it may be said all the time, but listen, it is the truth. Somebody does have it worse than you. That is a fact. That is a fact. Somebody doesn't have a car to drive. Somebody standing at a bus stop. Somebody have to deal with the elements standing at a bus stop, sun beaming down on them, the rain falling down on them, the snow falling down on them, the cold wind blowing on them. And you got a car to drive in, but you complaining so much. You wake up, you have a bed to sleep in. Somebody's sleeping under a bridge. Somebody doesn't even have a certain place of dwelling. And yeah, you may be in Section 8. But are you eating out of a trash can? Are you wondering where your next meal is coming from? You may be everywhere, maybe wondering where it's coming from. But you may have resources around you that you can go to help you to be able to eat. So it's all about your perception. It's all about the angle. How are you looking at it? How are you looking at it? I remember I used to get mad with ignorant people who used to come say certain stuff to me. Very much so. Very, very angry. But I had to change my angle. I had to look at things from a different scope and understand that some people, that's where they are at mentally. And so that's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to act. And so I had to grow up in my thinking. I had to shift my thinking, and understanding calms the spirit. When I better understood, when I went higher, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, for those who didn't capture it, where I had seen myself at a lower level, and I seen just what was in my spirit, that lower level. But when I went up in the facility at a higher level, I had a better view. I had a better perspective. I seen more. So as I elevated in my mind, I began to see things differently in my life. And so this type of thinking, family, I had thought my way into bondage, and I had to think my way out of bondage. Being incarcerated in your mind is a thought process that you have subscribed to, that you have to unsubscribe to. And the liberty in your life, believe it or not, is just one thought away. Again, this is yours truly, this is Amar. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I am the founder of El Kebalan Unity Alliance. My queen, Amani Mar, is the co-founder, where we focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. We thank everybody so much for tuning in. If you would be so kind to join us on our YouTube channel, again, El Kebalan Unity Alliance. Also, join us on our Instagram page, El Kebalan _Unity_Alliance. Also, we are the CEOs of Synergetic Network Group LLC, where we're the community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. For those who are aspiring entrepreneurs, or you're already entrepreneurs, and you have a product that you want to sell, or you are your branding, please feel free to join us on Synergetic NG on Instagram. Also, if you will be so kind to visit our page, we would love to support you. We would love to share your information. So come on and join us there. Also, check us out on LinkedIn as well, Synergetic Network Group LLC. Again, where we the community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. We want to take your greatness to the world so that you can become greater.